If you're looking to travel outside Nigeria or Africa in general and you want to carry all your favorite food stuff without any hassle, making sure that it goes through the airport check, then this video is for you. Hi everyone, my name is Orolua with a double A and you're welcome to this YouTube space. If you are new here, don't forget to drop a comment so that we can welcome you to this beautiful YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe as well, like, share, all that good stuff. Okay, so in my previous video I filmed how I was preparing to travel and packing some of my food stuff, so I got some questions about how I packed things, so that's why I'm going to be addressing them in this video, and I'll be telling you how to pack your favorite food items so that you won't have any issues. Are you there? All right. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is palm oil. Palm oil is something that we love. Want to cook beans, want to cook soup, some special type of dishes, you have to use palm oil. So it's really a necessity. So when you are considering bringing your food items, also please bring palm oil, and I'll be telling you how to pack it. So I have packed palm oil in several ways, and I've noticed that one did not work and one worked. So if you just pour your palm oil into like a bottle or something and you put it into your luggage, it will not go. It will not go, guys. So let me tell you the best way to do it. You can pour it into a bottle. I used 1.5 liters, like the big ever bottle. I poured it and then use like a seal over it, a clear nylon. Yeah, you can do that, and then cover it properly. Throw this into the freezer 5 days or a week before you travel. Guys, this step is important. So doing this ensures that it will not spill or anything, and it's just going to stay strong. It's not going to be so liquidy and be causing issues. So just make sure that it's well frozen. Then the day before you travel, you bring it out and put it in a clear bag. What this does is to reinforce how safe it's going to be, so that it doesn't spill into all your other stuff. And also when they want to look through your box, or just so they can easily see, they don't have to tell you bring this out, what's there. If they put your box through their machine, they're able to see clearly that okay, this is palm oil, like it's clear, there's no issue. Okay, so you're able to pass easily. So this has worked for me several times and it will not fail, guys. I have tried the method where after you put it into the freezer, you use a newspaper to wrap the bottle, and then use a paper tape around that. But I've noticed that sometimes they'll tell you to tear the newspaper. I don't know, guys, that's happened to me. I just prefer to skip this process of wrapping with newspaper and just use a clear bag. So yes, if you try this method and it works, please come back and tell me in the comment section. I would love to know. At this point, have you subscribed? Please subscribe, help me grow, guys. All right, so let's move over to other things. So guys, the next thing I want to talk about is beans. Beans is heavy, and before I even explain all of these things in details, I traveled with my baby and I had 223 kg. My baby was entitled to 123 kg, so I used her own luggage allowance for food completely. Like, so all our clothes, all our shoes, any other important thing was in my box, then her own was completely for food. I did this because it will save you, to help you when you get to a new country. You don't want to start spending so much when you are yet to be stable in the country. So it's just better for you to bring in food stuff that you know you will need. Now back to beans, guys. Beans is heavy, so you have to be careful. If you have the luxury of space, I would say you can take beans. I brought about 5 kg of beans because I wasn't going to be carrying a lot of heavy stuff, heavy food stuff in that 23 kg. So beans and garri were the things that were heavy. And all these things, the beans, the garri, I put them in a clear Ziploc bag, big ones, the biggest size of Ziploc bag. So you put that inside, and then trust me, that can go. But I would say you should not carry too much beans because it's heavy. You can get beans here. The beans I came with was big, but it lasted us for about 5 months. Yes, lasted us for 5 months. And I recently got one. It was a 3 kg beans and it was £10. Yeah, bring beans, but not too much. Extra tip for beans, guys: when you get to your destination, don't forget to pour your beans into like an airtight container, like the bottle I'm showing you now. That's how I store mine. Airtight container. This will stop or prevent weevils from growing in them. You can even put them in the freezer. Once you put it into that container, put it in the freezer, and no weevils, your beans will stay good. For me, the reason why I brought garri was because I'm particular about the type of garri I like. I'm an Ijebu girl, and it has to be Ijebu garri or nothing. So the ones you find here, we tried to buy one here. It's not Ijebu garri, but it's okay. It's okay, and it wasn't so expensive. It was like £2 for 1 kg, so it's not so bad. So you might not necessarily bring a lot of garri, but if you want to carry it, you can put it in a clear bag and it will go. So guys, if you want to know the foodstuff that you should not bother bringing, wait till the end of this video. I'll be letting you in on all of those secrets. So now let's talk about all the fish things: crayfish, stockfish, dried catfish, panla, yes, and I think bonga fish. I brought every type of all these fish that I've mentioned except the dried panla fish. I didn't bring it because I felt I could do without it, and to be honest, I've been fine. So yes, all these fish can be brought. You can fly with them, but like I said, use Ziploc nylons. I brought the grinded crayfish, and I also brought the ungrinded crayfish. So crayfish can go, any type of fish can go. But another secret for things like stockfish or catfish is that you can debone these things. For stockfish, I just bought the stockfish fillet. All the bone, anything that has to do with the bone, was not in it. So it was just stockfish fillet alone, and it was not heavy. It was not heavy at all. You see all this fish section, they're not really heavy. The only thing that will make it heavy is if you carry them with the bones. All those things will make it heavy. And to be honest, you can do without the bone. You can do without cracking the bone of fish. The one I brought lasted us, and we're still eating it. It's about to finish, so I'm looking to buy. But it has lasted us for almost 7 months now, so it's really good. So I recommend that you bring fish, any type of fish you like, as long as it's dried fish. You can bring it because it's expensive here. And yes, it's expensive here. And if you really like it, you'll be tempted to buy it a lot. And I don't even know whether they are banning pomo in Nigeria now, or they're about to ban it, or they will be banning it. I don't even know. But pomo, I brought some, and it was like really dried pomo. To be honest, pomo can be heavy if you carry it. If you choose to carry it, it can be heavy, and you can do without pomo. That's just the truth. You can do without pomo. All this I don't know, is it tribe or towel? Yes, you can find these things here, and it might not be so expensive. It's not so expensive actually. Honest opinion is, except you can't do without it, then bring. But if you can do without pomo, please, you can skip because it's also heavy. So, but if you choose to bring it, I carried it in a clear bag. Make sure it's very dried, not the one that you just buy off people that are selling it, dried pomo. For things like ogbono and egusi, I brought it in 2 different ways: the grounded way and the normal ogbono. Yes, like the normal ogbono and egusi. I brought it in both ways, so it's not a problem. You can bring all of these things. The reason why I actually encourage you to bring ogbono and egusi in the grounded form is that you can use this for a long time. If you're traveling solo, you are going as a single person, you can get the quantity that you can get to use in a whole year, and that will save you how much of buying ogbono and egusi. It's not that it's so expensive here, but if you can bring it and forget about buying that for a whole year, it's something. So please I think it's a wise decision to bring that. When it finishes, you can consider buying here, but bring enough ogbono and egusi, except you don't take it. Then things like pepper soup ingredients, dried pepper, seasoning powders, you can bring them. I brought some, and I've not even bought none since I got here because I'm still enjoying the ones I brought. Yes, so you can bring them. To be honest, salt, don't worry, they have good ones here. but any of your seasoning, all these Igbo seasoning things, you can bring them because it's going to be expensive here. That's the thing. For Iru locust beans, I brought from Nigeria and it just finished. Well, like 6 months in, 7 months in already, and it just finished. So I've not even seen here. I've not seen here at all. So please, if you can bring. I wish I brought more. And the good thing about all these seasoning things is that it's not that it's so heavy. It's not going to be heavy. It's not going to eat so much into your space. So it's worth it if you bring them. I think it's your pay version for Igbos. All your nice seasonings, just pack it here because it's going to be expensive and you might not easily find it. Last but not the least, guys, dried leaves. You see all those dried leaves for soup, all those Igbo soups. Please bring it. It's not heavy. It's not really going to eat into your space, and you will need it because it's expensive. You might not even see it here. That's just the truth. So just bring them. The only one that I brought, and to be honest, I don't even really like it eventually, is the dried ugu. I brought dried ugu, and it's not. They are great alternatives already. I've tried kale with spinach, and there's this thing they call green. I get it in their stores. It's not even expensive at all. When I can get a good fresh option, like, I'm not even going to use the dried one. So ugu, I won't forget that I did not use ugu in the soup, and the vegetable soup comes out nice. So you can really do without dried ugu. But every other type of leaf, I think you should bring it. Have you subscribed? Have you subscribed? Thank you. All right, guys, so let's go to the things that I think you should not even bother bringing. Number one, Indomie. You see, guys, Indomie is just going to eat into your space. It's not that it's heavy, but you can actually keep bringing it. You can use that space to carry other important things that might weigh and will be expensive here. A carton of Indomie, the last time I tried to get it here was like £6. And it's just Indomie, guys. It's just Indomie. Except you're someone that really likes Indomie. Even if you do, you can just bring maybe 1 or 2 or 3, maybe 5 for like the first few days or so. But bringing a whole carton of Indomie, I think you should use your space for something better. The other type of noodles is not so expensive. If you don't like it, you can now switch to Indomie. And Indomie is like I said, £7 per carton. So yeah, spaghetti, like, don't even bother. Spaghetti is cheap here. When you're eating it, you never know that it's not Nigerian spaghetti. It's not golden penny that you're used to. Spaghetti, you can get it for like 50 pence. Like, it's really cheap. So don't even bother. And spaghetti is heavy, so don't bother bringing spaghetti with your small allowance. Note, we want to maximize our kg. So please don't even bother. Don't bother bringing spaghetti. Just something like tin tomato. Tin tomato, do not bother. The only type of tin tomato I would even say that you can buy, because it has a very special taste, is this particular one. This green sachet tomato is just special on its own. I brought some and I finished it. But if you're looking for your regular sachet tin tomato or tin tomato, you will find here. It's cheap and it will give you the same taste like the normal Nigerian tin tomato. The only one that is distinct, like I said, is that green type. So if it's not that one, don't bother. And tin tomato is heavy, so why stressing? Just come and buy here. It's really cheap. Also, guys, dried okra. No. Like, why do you want to bring dried okra when there is a cheap and fresh alternative here? You can find okra here. It's not expensive. So to be honest, bringing dried okra is a no for me, because you can get the fresh alternative. So there's no point, guys. There's no point. Use your space for something else. So guys, if you have any other food item that I have not mentioned and you're unsure of how to carry them, I've traveled with Foodstuffs for quite some time now, and I know this thing. So feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will be happy to answer your questions. Feel free to share this video to someone you know will need it or might be traveling soon and just wants to be of help. The person will appreciate it. Thank you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.